Hey everybody, Cheap Comic Collector here. My name's Rob, and this is episode number 245. And today we're taking another look at a bunch of books I got from DrSkull9. He does auctions on a couple different eBay channels. He has a YouTube channel you should check out. And then, there's links there to his two different eBay IDs, and he sells comics on both of them. So one is pretty much older comics, and then the other one is mostly newer comics, but sometimes there's older stuff on that one as well. So check those out. And everything's, well, not everything, but a lot of it starts at 99 cents. And there's usually nobody bidding against you. Once in a while I'll lose one, but for the most part I get them for 99 cents. So with shipping, these came out to about $1.30 a piece, and I got enough this time to basically make 2 episodes out of it. So we're gonna stretch it out a little bit. Gonna take a look inside some of the books and things like that. So if you have a chance, please like and subscribe if you like what you see, and we will get into it here. Let me just switch over to the overhead camera. There we are. And turn on the magic light that makes all the glare go away. And there we go. So first off, we have the Phantom. And let's see if I can find what year that one's from. This is number 36 from Charlton, 1970 this is from. So I was 3 years old when this came out. And this one's got like a pretty nasty stain right here. It's actually got some holes in it where the coffee or whatever was spilled actually, ate through the book a little bit. But, it's not, honestly, it's not that noticeable because they're underwater and you have all these wave lines and everything. It almost looks like it's supposed to be there on this side of the page. But anyway, these are all complete. This one does have that bad stain, and it does continue into the pages somewhat. But I knew that going in. He fully discloses all the damage that you need to know about when he does his auctions. So you're fully informed. He's not one of these guys that just posts a picture and says, "Here, take it." He actually works pretty hard for that 99 cents. I'm telling you, because it takes time to go through all these and photograph each one and the front and the back and post them and then go through and check for all the damage and list that. And it's like he does a good bit of work for that money. So actually, let me go like this so there's no shadow from the other stack of books. No, we got some Archies. We got Josie and the Pussycats, Betty and Veronica. Let's take a look at the Betty and Veronica. Archie's Girls, Betty and Veronica is the actual title. And most of these are from the 70s, I think. Got a fortune teller telling Betty and Veronica that they're in love with a green-haired boy, and then they walk out and find Archie's got a bucket of paint dumped on his head, which is typical for Archie. Archie! 1975 this is from. This is issue 231. So pretty much... Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get that banner out of there. Show the Phantom book again so you can see it better. So pretty much typical Archie stuff. You got the full page pinups, which is just basically a gag cartoon that they printed as a 1-page pin-up instead, even though it's got word balloons in it. So it's not really a pin-up, but that's what they called it. And like I said, all of these issues were complete. So you got people writing to Betty and Veronica for advice. I'm not sure that they would be the best ones to give advice, but, I mean, I guess if you're going to write to a fictional character, you might as well ask for advice. I got Josie and the Pussycats, number 85 from 1975. So, once again, I'm always surprised by the Josie and the Pussycats because I always figured that they would be basically stories about the band. You know, they're a band, so and they're not. They're pretty much almost always just typical, pretty much Archie stories, but with a different cast. Is the way I would describe them. And but still, you know, they're fun. The ones from the 70s, 60s, and 70s are a lot of fun. Here's a one from the Archie Giant series. This is number 234. It's Betty and Veronica Spectacular. And I'm not going to go through all the different Betty and Veronicas. They're probably pretty much all the same. Here's number 253. Number 245. Veronica's trying to cook in the kitchen. That's not good. Got that thick carpeting that was popular in the 70s. 243. 236. 235. 232. And those are the Archies that are in this group. So take a look at some of these other ones. I did snag another issue of Treasure Chest. This is volume 22, number 9, from December 29th, 1966. Somebody was practicing their A's here on the cover right there, and their N's down here, which is kind of funny that they made a graph and then did it like you used to do in grade school, you know, when you were learning to write the alphabet. But anyway, but they didn't do the connect the dots. That's odd. All right. So yeah, this was from 1966, and I think this was, yeah, Jules Verne. That's what I was guessing, based on the cover. And this actually has art by Reed Crandall, who I recognize that name as being a Golden Age artist. So yeah, well, one of the things that struck me about the Treasure Chest series that I've taken a look at so far is it seemed to definitely have top-notch talent working for it. Got a humor strip of this guy with a turban. He kicks a rock and hurts his toe, so he's sitting there hopping up and down and swearing. And this guy the doctor comes along, and he's got a roll of bandages, but instead of bandaging up his toe, he bandages up his mouth so he can't swear anymore. So that's kind of funny. And this one is The Return of Ellie's Elephant. So, but get a load of the artwork on this. This is awesome. This is 1966. If a modern artist was to go draw an elephant, who knows what it would look like. And you got another humor, couple little text article and text stories here. This is the story of Maria Montessori. I don't know who that is. Looks like she was an innovator in teaching kids with mental disabilities at some point in the 1800s. And another strip, and Chuck White. I believe that was an ongoing strip in these because I think he was in some of the other ones that we've taken a look at. So I'm going to have to put one or two of these in the reading pile and see just what they all add up to. And of course, these were, like I said before, these seem to have been made for distribution through schools. So they're a little bit educational, but they have other fun stuff in them too. You got this back cover here, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but there's a bunch of protest signs here, and whoever owned this issue wrote in, "I'm against school, I protest math, and down with English." So somebody was having fun with this one. And we got Star Spangled War Stories, number 177. This one is from 1974. And you actually have a photo on the first page here with the cartoon drawn into it. So that's innovative for back then. Frank Robbins was the writer, Jack Sparling was the artist. Got an ad for Rudolph and the Pop-O-Matic games from Corner. Looks like fun. Got a behind the scenes at the DC Comic World. Talking about the Comics Mobile coming. And then we have an issue of the Croft Super Show. Now, never watched the Croft Super Show when I was growing up. It was just, you know, I, for some reason I never paid much attention to the live action shows that were on Saturdays. I always were more interested in the cartoons. And so I'm not really familiar with the Croft Super Show too much, so, but let's go ahead and check it out.
Don't get left behind. Take a trip with us today. We will lead you to a land of dreams. Broadcast some super shows. They will blow your mind away. When you join us, you'll know why we say it's just a crazy world where anything goes down, where most of what appears isn't true. So in this crazy world, we like to be downtown and laugh and laugh along with you. The Croft Super Show. The Croft Super Show.
All right, so looked like a good show. So you got Captain Cool and the Kongs here at the beginning. This is number 4 from 1978. And looks like they're doing a kind of a Scooby-Doo type routine in the first one. And then you got Bigfoot and Wild Boy in the second story. So these are the same programs that aired, you know, as part of the Croft Super Show. I know there was a Wild Boy thing there. And then something called Wonder Bug is what's probably the last story in this issue. So looks like fun, but I might have to check out some episodes on of the show, like on YouTube or something, before I read it, and so I have an idea of what the heck is going on. And then we got Star Spangled War Stories. This is number 181. Our Fighting Forces, featuring the Losers, Captain Storm, Johnny Cloud, Gunner, and Sarge. I first discovered the Losers during Crisis on Infinite Earths. They had a Losers special that they came out with during that time, and I think they made brief appearances in the Crisis as well. And this is from '74. And I always thought it was weird that they would name a team of heroes the Losers. just doesn't seem like a name that would inspire sales. The art on this it is Jack Kirby. Okay, I was gonna say this looks like Jack Kirby art. I wasn't aware of him doing any war stories for DC when he switched over from Marvel. But there you got it. And then there's a thing in the back about submachine guns of World War II. And you got a cool little endangered animals model on the back. So that's cool. Got Jack Kirby art in there. Here's another issue, 164. Got Joe Kubert on the cover. And here's a Charlton issue, Outlaws of the West, number 86. This is from 1980. Interesting coloring. Look how bright the yellows and oranges are in this compared to everything else. What's this one? Wild Bill Hickok and Jingles. That might be a reprint because there was a Wild Bill Hickok series and with Jingles that ran for a while, I think. Or it could be old inventory that they're using up as well. Let's see, Little Audrey and Melvin, number 50. 15-cent cover from 1971. And you got that toy farm animals ad that were in a lot of the Dell comics. You got the Palisades Amusement Park coupon for a free ride on Wendy's Cups and Saucers at Casper's Ghostland. I looked up that park because I know there were DC ads for that as well. And apparently it was pretty much just a rundown, kind of amusement park that they were licensing, characters to try and increase business, but basically all they did was put like a giant Casper on the top of a building or something like that. But at least the one article that I found about it, that's what it seemed like. And they had a slipcase set of Charlie Brown books that adapted all the Charlie Brown TV specials back then. That's kind of cool. And here's a ad for Daisy BB guns, which great ad, very politically incorrect for nowadays in some circles. Not in my circles, but some. Marine War Heroes from Charlton. This is a 12 center. This one is from 1964. A lot of the Charlton lettering was very precise, and I don't know if it was. It's not. It doesn't really seem like it's typeset, but it's very. It's very precise. It makes it easy to read, but it just seems a little out of place in a comic book compared to everybody else's lettering. And just fold that back over. All right, so pretty cool stuff. That's we'll go through some more tomorrow. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Good stuff. And please like and subscribe. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.